$1 million in liabilities. Included in the $12 million is $2.3 million in what's called accounts payable or current payables. These are current bills that we have received that have been processed and paid as of December 31st. Business doesn't end on December 31st because the year end ends. It continues to cycle, and it just continues to cycle, and it will be paid within 30 days. Having said that, under cash, we had $6.2 million in cash available to pay those bills. They just weren't processed by the year end. Other things included in these tables would be accrued vacation that has been paid, wages that have been earned that has been paid, other sorts of current operating expenses. Accrued interest on municipal debt of $66,000. That $66,000 is our loans are not paid on December 31st. They are paid, a lot of them are paid semi-annually. We have to record interest on the loan from the last payment to December 31st. When we make our next payment in the following year, that amount's being paid, and then the next day accrued interest starts calculating again. Deferred revenue regarding obligatory reserve funds. Obligatory reserve funds would be our gas tax funds that we haven't spent yet, and our parkland reserve funds. These are reserve funds that are legislated by the municipality, and if the money isn't spent, they have become a liability. But having said that, they are also reserved. Municipal debt of 8.6. I'll go to that at the end. And accrued landfill closure and post-closure costs. Again, this is a year-end auditor entry. At the end of each year, we set money aside for landfill closure costs when our landfill closes. Looking at this might cost close to $1 million. So when we do close our landfill and incur the expenses, the expenses have been recorded on an annual basis, and that one would then be reduced. Under long-term debt, the total long-term debt of $8.6 million includes many term loans. The term loan here for top one at $4.9 million, and the second one at $661,000. Those loans are for the improvements to the water plants and water systems completed around 2006. At the time, the property owners were invoiced for their share of the cost of these projects. The property owner had the option to pay out the loan or to venture it over a period of 10 or 30 years. We are not a bank. These loans are, we borrow it from the financial institution, the property owner borrows it from us. Yes, it is township debt, but the property owner owes the township the same money. Vehicle loans, these two vehicle loans were at the time when we purchased the vehicle, the manufacturer of the vehicle had given the option of 0% financing for 5 years. When we went to tender for the vehicle, there was no cost difference if we purchased it outright or financed it over 5 years. At that time, the management chose a 5-year option. Bank loan, this is the $20,000 the loan on the recycle truck is now paid in full, and our waste management vehicles are included in our public works fleet, and the funds are being reimbursed regularly with our operations. Bank loan of $113,000 and $9,200. These loans are for the expansion of the water systems for Wales Village and Osnabrook Center. Again, the property owners at that time were given the option to either pay out their share or to venture it over a period of 5 or 10 years. This, again, property owners owe the township the same amount. And this bank loan of $2.5 million, that's a loan for the municipal building infrastructure improvements. Covers the OPP building, this building, and a few other improvements that were done around the same time. Ingleside Library expansion at Marina. The loan payment is covered by the rent from the rent we collect over the year. Tile loans are $342,000. Again, a farmer wants to borrow a tile loan. He has to come to the township. We borrow the money from the province. Similar idea with the water system. The farmer pays us, we pay the province the same. And then this last of $248,000. This is loans the township has borrowed from their own reserve funds. The interest instead of the township paying the bank the interest, these are projects that we had opportunities to do, and we just didn't have the funds at the time to complete them. So we borrowed money from our reserve funds, instead of paying the bank the money, we paying our reserve funds money, so the township itself is benefiting with the interest, or the specific water sewer reserve or operating reserve fund, whatever fund it came from.
So, in retrospect, was what I said the other night was, I'm just trying to get, so people understand the point here, is that all the funds that you're talking about, 8 point whatever that is, we can't see from here, means that it's not really an impact on our budget, it's money in and it's money out.
Majority of it, yes. Majority of it, again, comes from the water system and uses of the water system to opt into the venture and tile. And,
How many municipalities do this?
I can't say for sure. I haven't asked any municipality directly. I would think that it should, in my opinion, should be a service that we provide. Many homeowners do not have the opportunity or farmers do not have the opportunity to pay for the tile homes or pay for the water plates.
Because when I asked you to do this, I didn't even get back in depth. I thought you were going to give the final figures, but thank you for that.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, being that this is a political night, maybe I have to say too. I guess if you recall.
Just a minute, there's no political night. I just asked the treasurer to clarify.
Well, that's right, Mr. Mayor, but this is just because of what's going on with that information going out there.
What I'm saying is there's a mixed information out there.
No, I have made it perfectly clear that we need to be cognizant of any borrowing that we do and in the future, because that is what is going on in reality with all municipalities across the province. So that's all I am saying. I understand the good and the bad, and I understand the in and the out. But what I am saying, and I said it in my speech, it is to make people aware, like in a family or anywhere else, we need to be cognizant of all the borrowing. Because at the end of the day, it's still a debt. So therefore, it wasn't meant to bring down anything. It was to make the public aware of where we stand. End of story, Mr. Mayor.
And that's exactly why the treasurer gave her report tonight, to make the public understand. You obviously don't understand, and made her understand. So, anyway, thank you. So, anything else? Anything else, Joanna?
I have nothing.
Thank you for that report. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that as
Sure
well.
clarifies a lot of things.
It sure does.
I didn't get